The Grammys. Some call it a waste of time, others call it an incredible waste of time. But every now and then something out of the ordinary happens, and that's exactly what happened in 1998 when Bob Dylan performed at the awards show. Let's explore that in today's video. I've previously covered the infamous 1990 American Music Awards show when Guns N' Roses drunkenly swore on stage and backstage at the press. The link to that video is down below. For the 1998 Grammy Awards, Bob Dylan would be performing the song Lovesick, and Dylan's management company had hired a number of extras to sway to the music in the background. One of those extras was a performance artist named Michael Portnoy, not to be confused with Mike Portnoy, the former drummer of Dream Theater. Side note, I've done a whole video on the Mike Portnoy imposter. It's a fascinating story, the link is down below. Michael Portnoy would recall to Billboard magazine what the rehearsals were like at the Grammys, revealing, "The casting director put us through a rigorous series of auditions where we were tested on our ability to sway rhythmically to the beat. We were instructed," and this is a direct quote, "to give Bob a good vibe." If you watch us in the background, you can see how liberally this was interpreted. The rehearsals would go off without a hitch, but when it came to showtime, that wasn't the case. During the live broadcast of the Grammys, Dylan's performance appeared to be going fine, and about halfway through the song, Portnoy came to the front of the stage, ripped off his shirt with the word "soy bomb" written on his chest, and danced in a robotic-like manner. Dylan, for his part though, would maintain his composure, and here's a clip of what happened at the Grammys. It was estimated that 20 million people tuned in to watch the show and were either amused, shocked, or both. Some of the people who were on stage with Dylan thought the whole thing was part of the production. Portnoy would spend a good amount of time on stage before security escorted him off, and by his own admission, he was not roughed up, but merely taken outside of the building and left there. Keep in mind, the Grammys that year took place in the middle of winter at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Portnoy would tell The Hollywood Reporter that a few friendly cops led him into the subway to stay warm. Portnoy wouldn't end up collecting his paycheck for being an extra as part of the Grammys production, which was estimated to be about $200. But the Grammys thankfully didn't opt to press charges against him. Portnoy claimed to The Hollywood Reporter that he put the word "soy bomb" on his body because, and I quote, "soy bomb was a two-word poem." Portnoy would describe the poem as, and I quote, "soy represents dense nutritional life. Bomb is obviously an explosive destructive force, so soy bomb is what I think art should be. Dense, transformational, explosive life." Portnoy would justify his actions, saying in the same publication, "It was such a perfect format to do something inscrutable. To inject some confusion into the mainframe, it felt like I couldn't get on stage and not do something else. And at that point in my life, I was working as a comedian. It was almost like telling a joke with my body," he would say. The Grammys the following year used the event to promote the show, claiming the awards ceremony was, and I quote, "wild and unpredictable." Portnoy would admit to running into one of Bob Dylan's band members years later at a party and sharing a good laugh about the whole thing. So whatever came of Portnoy, well, he started his career in the early 90s as a stand-up comic before becoming a performance artist. And he would actually end up having a really successful career as an internationally renowned performance artist, spending most of his time overseas, taking part in exhibitions and performances. He would tell The Hollywood Reporter his legacy about the soy bomb incident, revealing, "A lot of kids never heard of soy bomb. A friend told me that on the X-Files that just aired, they have Operation Soy Bomb, and it involves some kind of massive conspiracy, and my picture is on their board with all the connections going to it." The incident would also find its way into other elements of pop culture, with Saturday Night Live and The Tonight Show with Jay Leno parodying the event. That does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like button and subscribe. We'll see you again on Rock and Roll True Stories. Take care.